That's when our country was going through a financial collapse that largely was caused by the real estate market. Did he overpay because Mr. Trump was such a great negotiator, or was there something else going on?
Never does anything with the property. So the property transaction appears to be nothing more than cover for infusing a cool $100 million into Trump's bank accounts. This same Rublioviev is also a principal owner with Wilbur Ross of the Bank of Cyprus.
In 2013, there was a bust at Trump Tower of a massive gambling ring. It was run by a guy named Taiwan Chick. And he has been tied to the Russian crime boss, Semyon Mogilevich. 29 people were indicted, but Taiwan Chick fled to Russia. Taiwan Chick appeared again that year, oddly enough, at the Miss Universe pageant that Donald Trump was doing with Aras Agalarov.
Billionaire oligarch who was known actually as Putin's builder because he had done massive construction projects for the Kremlin, had gotten a big award personally delivered by Putin.
on his trips to Moscow that Trump was involved in various sex escapades and that may have compromised him.
I can offer you a check for $10 million. But the deal is you can't have sex for the next 10 years. That includes my wife.
This would be my form of alcoholism.
And Sergei Milyan appears in connection with Trump's dealings in Russia and certainly in connection with his hotel stays. Someone who would know an awful lot about what went on during those visits, in meetings with prostitutes and so forth.
You know, I was in Moscow a couple of months ago. I owned the Miss Universe pageant, and they treated me so great. Putin even sent me a present, beautiful present with a beautiful note.
When you look at Steele's report, the information he gives, one of those sources could be Milyan. We don't know that for sure, but the descriptions match.
He likes Russia because there's money to be made there.
He likes Russia because he likes beautiful Russian ladies.
But I hear that Golden Showers was not the end of it. There was much more extreme sick stuff.
He was only there 2 days, 1 night. He was supposed to be there longer, but Billy Graham's 95th birthday party was in Asheville, North Carolina. Trump felt the need to go. Why? Because he's getting ready to run for president.
Happy birthday to you.
To be honest, the question was just asked, and was asked many times today at the Miss Universe contest. They're saying, would you run? And it's just too soon to say.
Do you have a relationship with Vladimir Putin, a conversational relationship, or anything that you feel you have sway or influence over his government?
I do have a relationship, and I can tell you that he's very interested in what we're doing here today. He's probably very interested in what you and I are saying today, and I'm sure he's going to be seeing it in some form. But I do have a relationship with him.
About Russia, you were asked yesterday if you've ever spoken to Vladimir Putin, and you said, I don't want to say.
Yeah, I have no comment on that. No comment. I was in Russia.
One of the things people like about you is to answer any question.
Because if let's assume I did, perhaps it was personal. Or, you know, I don't want to hurt his confidence. He's done a very brilliant job in terms of what he represents and who he's representing.
Viktor Yanukovych had been in talks with the European Union about an association agreement. But then after a visit to Moscow and getting the message that this was not going to be seen favorably, Yanukovych came back and decided that, in fact, he was not going to pursue this agreement. So this square in downtown Kiev, protesters went there and began demanding that, in fact, this agreement go into force.